What up? I'm Rob.
I'm Jeremy.
It's our podcast,
The Whiskey Blitz.
Let's go. So, let's get into it right off the rip. Let's start out with Philadelphia and the New York Giants.
The Giants had a chance to win last week. Man, I don't know what happened. They just imploded. They should have beat the Broncos. Didn't happen. They're a good team, though. Jackson Dart looks like a guy. He looks like a guy, and Ken Scataboom. It's Scataboom.
Okay.
Because that dude runs people over.
Yeah.
He is crazy. They're both crazy. Now, they beat the Eagles. They whooped them the first time they played them. But the Eagles are trying to hang on to that division lead right now. I think after that, what happened in Denver, that the Giants are going to want to show that they have what it takes to hang again. Now, I don't know that that means that they win.
Yeah.
I think the Eagles are going to find a way to win this one, but it's going to be another close game. Actually, the first one wasn't close.
No.
They just got smashed by the Giants.
Absolutely.
This time,
surprisingly.
This time, it's probably going to be close, and I think the Eagles pull it out. It's probably somewhere in the 24-17 range.
Okay. So you're taking Philly 24-17.
I'm taking Philly 24-17. It is in Philly this time, I believe.
Yeah.
And I think it was in New York last time. So I'm not saying it's going to be because of what the Giants do. I just think the Eagles are going to – they looked good last week in a win. The Giants had a win, and they kind of flubbed it. I think they're going to give it their all, but I think the Eagles are still a better team, and they're going to pull out a win, a close win. But yeah,
I mean, I definitely think the Eagles are a better team.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. I definitely could see the Giants maybe taking the lead in a part of the game, maybe. But I could see the game, personally, from my perspective. I don't think it's going to be close this time.
Yeah.
I think Philly doesn't go in there. I don't think they play around with them this time. I think 38-10 Philadelphia.
Okay. I'll just say to that, Jackson Dart, like I said, I love Cam Scataboom. I love him. But Jackson Dart is a guy. He's going to be a guy. He might be another. I know Eli wasn't like your typical great quarterback.
Yeah. No, definitely not.
But he is the next guy after Eli.
For sure.
He's got something to him.
Yeah.
And he is a gamer. He had one mistake in that game, threw an interception that led to points. But, I mean, he drove back down and scored again. 37 seconds, the Giants had the lead.
Absolutely.
In that last game.
Yeah.
This guy's a dude. And the Denver defense,
They're
top 5 in anybody's book, top 5.
They're a good defense, for sure.
And that's a rookie doing that to him. He's going to make it a game. But, like you said, the Eagles, they're definitely the better team.
Yeah.
So, you think it's not going to be close. I think it'll be close. But we're both picking the Eagles.
Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Okay.
Definitely got the Eagles. All right. So, guys, at this part, we want to go ahead and show you what we're drinking on. We're drinking on at Woodsford Reserve. It's a Kentucky bourbon. It's very good, very delicious.
Yes.
And we're drinking it with good old root beer for this podcast today.
Little A&W?
Little A&W. It's definitely a good whiskey. I would definitely recommend it. We've already been getting into this bad boy. Definitely would go out there and get you a bottle.
Yeah. Worth the price, for sure.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So, let's get into this whole week of what has been going on in the NFL.
Man, it's been
Big games.
Yep.
Baker. Let's start with it because we've had this conversation multiple times.
Yep.
Baker Mayfield.
Man, he was the MVP frontrunner by any show you watch. If you watch Sports Talk, ESPN or any other.
Yeah, he was.
He was the guy. He was the frontrunner. He did not play. Now, you can't, I mean, he didn't have, he had Mike Evans for a time, who's hurt again. He had both of those guys. Mike Evans, concussion, broken collarbone.
Yeah.
Probably out for close to the rest of the season.
Oh, he's definitely out.
Bucky's out. You can say all that, but you know what? The Lions have been having to do with no secondary against the Chiefs and now the Bucks.
Yeah.
everybody has to play with bad injuries, you know?
For sure. That's just how it is in the NFL season.
I mean, I've been a Baker guy, especially against this guy who likes to, you know,
what?
he likes to not be so kind to Baker. We'll just put it that way.
I give him his
But
props, but
he
you gotta
doesn't give
earn
him
it.
his props.
You
He
gotta
doesn't
earn
give
it, man. You
Man,
can't just
he
go out
was the
there and do it.
MVP frontrunner, and you still said he was garbage.
I didn't say
You said he was trash.
I didn't say he was garbage.
Okay.
I said you gotta win more playoff games. If you're gonna go out here and make states about being a good quarterback in this league, you gotta go out there and win playoff games.
Okay.
And my point is the Browns gave him a solid O-line, a solid defense, couple receivers, Nick Chubb in his prime,
There are some
and
teams that are
he
just
still
cursed.
couldn't get really anything going. They had a good season, they had a couple bad ones, and that was it. He goes to Tampa Bay, Tom Brady's leftovers, who he won a championship
Brady's
with.
leftovers. Come on.
He went where Tom Brady won a championship.
Uh-huh.
He did make playoffs, and he's been impressive with Tampa Bay. But when he went to Carolina,
Okay.
When
He's
he
been
went-
the best, not to interrupt you, but he's been the best quarterback in the league to this point, except for week 7.
how many games has there been?
6 games.
When do people get props? Anytime
Almost half the
nowadays,
season.
nowadays, when you're only good for a few games.
Okay.
If
A
you-
few games. 6 games. There's only 17 games in a season.
6. That's
He's
3
played
times.
6.
1/3 of the season he's been good. Can he keep it up? Last week he didn't look great.
He didn't look great, but like I said, Mike Evans
Yes.
hurt probably for the rest of the year. Ikbuke was knocked out. Godwin is gone. Irving is gone.
Yeah.
He has Cade Otton
Yeah.
and
Your
some-
boy, your boy.
Yeah, some guys I don't even know. Rashad White. Those are his
Yeah.
guys now.
Look, I get that. I'm just saying, if he can keep winning with a team like this, I'll give him all the props in the world. But if he loses and loses and loses with a team like this, I've seen great quarterbacks win with nothing. As you can see, that hat you're
My
wearing,
homeboy,
Kansas City,
yeah, he's good.
Patrick Mahomes,
Yeah.
he's won with. You can't even name one of the receivers on the court. He's won.
I can't
Super
say his
Bowls
name,
with
but his
them.
last name is Scandling. I can tell you
Right,
that.
but I'm
yeah.
saying he's won Super Bowls with these guys. With the 30th defense, he's won Super Bowls.
Yep.
I don't want to hear nothing about MVP this, MVP that. If you can't win when a couple guys go out, if you cannot win when a couple guys go out, you're not really him. You're just him when everything's green and everything's great.
I mean,
when things go bad and you get bad, then that means that you were kind to him.
I mean,
You weren't really him. So that was my point.
I get your point, and I usually agree with your point. But the MVPs have won that award, not win nothing.
Yeah, for sure.
Like
I
just
mean-
last year, dude won the MVP.
Who?
Josh Allen.
Okay, and
Uh-huh.
he made
He didn't win nothing.
he didn't win a Super Bowl.
Didn't win nothing. That's all that matters.
I mean, yeah, you're right. But he's won before.
He didn't win no Super Bowl.
No, not before. I'm not talking about a Super Bowl.
Uh-huh.
I'm talking about playoff games. I'm
He's
not-
won a playoff game.
The only time he loses is when Patrick Mahomes runs up on him. Baker Mayfield can lose to anybody.
Figure it out. Like
Baker
you just
Mayfield
said,
can lose
figure
to
it out.
anybody.
That's what you're saying, right? Figure it out.
But hey, MVPs.
But
How
hey,
many
we win
MVPs
MVPs
Baker
without
got?
figuring out.
How many MVPs Baker got?
0.
Exactly my point.
That's why I'm saying MVP frontrunner. He was
4-6 games.
through 6 games. He was the guy. Him or Dak.
Yeah.
It was. It could be either one.
Or
If
even
you-
Indiana Jones.
he didn't have the numbers, but he had the record.
Absolutely.
Dak has the numbers, not the record.
Yeah.
Baker has
Both.
good numbers and the
A little bit
record.
of both.
That's why he
Yeah,
was
for
the
sure.
front runner. Now he did lose against the Lions, but like you were just saying, Josh Allen ain't won nothing. He
How
won
many-
himself an MVP.
How many games did Baker
Lamar ain't
Mayfield?
won nothing either. He's won 2 playoff games, one more than Baker.
Yeah.
What,
Well,
2
actually,
MVPs?
no, I think they're tied. Baker and Lamar are tied.
Oh,
Because Baker won one with Cleveland, and I believe he won one with Tampa.
okay.
So-
yeah, you're right.
I mean, so they could.
You're right. So Lamar, who's won 2 playoff games, has
Right.
won 2 MVPs.
Yes, but the only difference is Lamar can win 14 games throughout the regular season and play in the rain.
Lamar, have
and-
you
and
seen
not
some
do
of the
much.
players they give him?
Oh,
Derrick
for sure.
Henry.
For sure.
Hey, you know what? People don't talk about Zay Flowers. Zay Flowers is awesome.
Yeah, Mark Andrews. I
Hey,
know he dropped that pass
Bateman-
last year.
Bateman, awesome. Mark Andrews, awesome. Their backup running back, not bad.
Yeah.
I take him on the Chiefs.
defense has been good for the last few years.
It's not this year.
Not
You're
this
right.
year.
Yeah.
Well, the last few years, they have been, well, I would say top 10 to 15.
They've been
Every
in the
year.
top half for
Yes.
sure.
And
This
I don't know
year,
what
they're
happened.
fighting for the worst.
I mean, they are getting injured.
Them
They
and
have some
Miami
guys
are
out,
like
but
neck and
it's the
neck on
same
who's
thing.
the worst defense in the league.
You said what?
Them and Miami, they're fighting over who's the worst.
And Dallas.
And Dallas. They got the AFC side covered, and Dallas is like, hey, we don't need a guy over here. We'll just be bad. Be the worst on our own.
Well, and there's another team that we forgot that's also got a really bad defense as well.
Who's
The
that?
Jets. I mean, look, you're 0-6 for a reason.
But they lost to Denver 13-11.
Yeah, but here's the thing. They also had a chance to beat Pittsburgh week 1
Mhm.
because of their offense. Not because of their defense. That's their only win they could have
Everybody
had.
has bad games. I'm just saying, Dave.
They've had 6 back.
They definitely their defense is definitely better than their offense, is what I'm saying.
Not in the first game, I would say ever since. Ever since they got close to beating Pittsburgh,
Okay,
it
one game,
went down.
offense had them.
Yeah.
The other 6,
It's been,
yeah. Justin
But-
Fields, a poor guy.
but when the defense is always on the field, your
Yeah.
numbers ain't going to be great. You're not going to be ranked high.
You ain't lying.
But, I mean, we got a couple more things I'd like to touch on for tonight's show.
Mm-hmm.
We got a lot of stuff going on with Kansas City coming back up through the ranks. They're coming back up.
Yep.
Should we be worried about them possibly making another run?
This year, everybody. I mean, it's anybody's championship this year. The Chiefs
That's
are
what-
one of those
yeah.
teams, though.
Absolutely.
With the Rashee Rice back, we look like an offense again. The defense is still good, and we look like an offense again.
Yeah.
First time since Tyreek was here that I was like, man, I felt good.
Yeah.
31 points. We had as many first downs as the Raiders had offensive plays ran.
That is insane.
The Raiders are in 30 plays. There's only one other game in NFL history that's had fewer offensive plays ran.
Wow. That is actually an
That's a
insane
real stat.
I'm actually glad you brought that up. It
Yeah.
shows he watches and he listens.
That's a real stat. Only one other game that the offense has ran less plays than the Raiders ran against the Chiefs.
Wow.
Only 3 first downs the whole game.
That is crazy. And you would think
Yeah.
going into that, Geno Smith,
Yeah.
the most accurate quarterback in football
Pete
a
Carroll,
couple years
great
ago.
coach.
Yes, absolutely.
Mhm.
Defense, not horrible. You still got your guy. You got
Yeah.
Max Crosby still.
Mhm.
Speaking on that, does he get traded? Do
Yeah.
you think there is a team out there
Oh, for sure.
that would risk it all for Max Crosby?
I
And
think-
is it worth it to
yeah.
the Raiders?
I think there's a boatload of teams that would give what they have to get Max. In my opinion, Max Crosby is the best defensive player in the league.
Right now.
He's better than Miles. He's better than Surtain, who won the Defensive Player of the Year last year. Don't get me wrong, he's awesome. He is a great corner. I mean, I only put my guy, McDouble, Trip McDuffie, I only put him in the conversation with Surtain. And I know there's other ones and people will argue with me, but
Stingley is better than
McDuffie, that's what you said. I say McDuffie locks down everybody.
McDuffie has also had Andy Reid his whole career.
So now we're going by coaches.
No, that helps. When you got multiple
Andy
different
Reid's
coaches.
an offensive coach.
You're right, but he still runs that group. When you have teams that keep the same
I'm just
legendary coach, Bill Belichick.
Since his
for instance.
rookie year, he
Belichick,
has
same
came
way.
in and been. I mean, they got rid of Snead,
Yeah.
who was our guy.
Absolutely.
Snead was my boy. You
I
know this.
I haven't heard about him in Tennessee lately.
But he was my boy. You know.
I'm gonna say
Snead was my guy.
I'm gonna say
And
to
they're
cut it
like, you know
short.
what? Pay him.
Yeah.
You guys go ahead and take Snead.
Yeah.
We got McDuffie.
You know why
We're
you
keeping him.
you let Snead go is the injuries.
But I'm just saying they were confident enough to keep McDuffie as their number one
Yeah.
and let Snead, who I'm sure is still not a bad. I don't watch him with Tennessee, obviously.
Not really.
But I'm sure he's not a bad player.
Right.
He was one of the best corners in the league before he was, signed to the Titans.
For sure.
But McDuffie.
I'll put him in the top 5. I don't know about 2.
That's fine.
but I'm putting him in the top 5.
In my opinion, Surtain, and McDuffie.
Yeah.
Those are the guys. You can put any receiver you want up against him. McDuffie's going to handle him. He might get beat once or twice, but he is going to play Justin
For
Jefferson.
sure.
Whoever you put there,
Yeah.
he's going to be up, and that means he's going to be physical. He's going to make his life hell.
He's definitely an impressive corner for sure.
He's good.
Do they play him much at nickel?
He's situational. I mean, he'll move around everywhere. He's not just locked on one guy.
Okay.
Like the last time they played the Eagles, he wasn't locked on A.J. Brown. He moved around some.
Oh, okay.
But he'll even go on Dallas. He went on Goddard.
Oh, Goddard, Smith, and Brown.
Whoever they think the situation calls for, that's who we put on.
I mean, that
But
does show you're a solid corner.
I digress about all that. I'm just saying that back to our original point, which was who do we think as at this point in the season the best shot
Yeah.
at making a run?
Yeah.
Everybody. Honestly, everybody who's showing something right now, it's wide open.
It is.
It really
It's
is.
as
The
wide open as it's
team
been for a while.
That I would give the best shot because, it's hard to believe, but the most consistent, best team through 7 weeks is the Indianapolis Colts.
Yeah. They're a damn
Everybody
good
else has a that has a pulse that is in the running. Everybody has a shot, but the Colts are they're the team that is literally, even in their loss, they were right there with them.
Yeah.
Everybody else, the Chiefs, Buffalo, you name them. The Lions.
Yeah.
You want to put anybody
Rams.
Tampa? They
Rams.
just got beat up by the
Forget about
Lions.
the
The Rams.
I mean,
Everybody.
there's a solid 8 teams right now.
It's anybody's race. The team that I think is head of the pack is the Colts, but I don't think that makes them the favorites. Is my point.
I agree with that point for sure. And one more thing I'd like to touch on before we get into your debate that you was telling me about earlier.
Yeah.
Honestly, guys, you guys are probably going to be blown away. If you guys watch football and you guys have been watching football for the last couple seasons, what he is going to tell you is probably going to be a little shocking because you wouldn't really believe it from the records and what has happened in the last few years. But I'm going to get to this point before we go there. You keep talking about both of my receivers getting traded. You've been talking about it.
Saying.
I don't think it's going to happen. And if it happens, y'all can clown me, whatever, do what y'all need to do. I don't think they're going anywhere. I think they're staying right where they're at. And we're building. They're young receivers. You get rid of receivers young, they try and go win a championship. Most of the time, if they're not great players, they just get tossed around to that team, tossed around to that team. We've been loyal to them, and they need to be loyal to us. I do not think Shaheed or Chris Olave goes anywhere unless somebody offers us something decent enough. Okay? I don't.
They're on the last year of their deal, both of them.
Yeah.
It doesn't look like the Saints are going to be good anytime soon. I'm not trying to throw salt on the wound here. I'm just saying.
Now, I know we're building. I know
You're
trying to
building.
build, yeah.
But they've already, NFL careers on average are 3.3 years. The better players get 8, 9 years. They're halfway through the 8, 9 year career.
Yeah.
Both of them.
I want to say this real quick. Not to interrupt. I just want to say this. We, in 2016, were on the path to rebuild. The 2017 draft that we had is probably one of the greatest drafts that one team has just done in one draft. We pretty much fixed almost all of our problems. And we went 13-3. We were competitive. And literally changed one draft, changed the whole 5, 6, 7 year path of when a team usually goes from being good, they don't have money anymore, and now they're bad. It changed that whole situation. One draft. And I'm not saying that this draft is going to do it. I'm just saying you never know. You're saying we might not be good for a long time. Just takes one good offseason, 1 or 2 good drafts, and you're right back to where you need to be. Sometimes it takes years, but I don't think it's going to be that. I don't. And that's not just a biased opinion. I do feel like it might take us a couple of years, but I'm cool with that. I mean, it is what it is.
I'm
As long
sure.
as it ain't 10 to 20, I'm cool.
Yeah, I understand what you're saying. But from their point of view, they want to make maximum money, right? What's your cap situation look like?
It's not great. It's been like we've tried to get, you know, like a lot of people shame Mickey Loomis for trying to like keep this whole thing together, and it doesn't really help us because we find ways to lose anyway, even if they're close games. Even if we could have won 5 games, you know, we still didn't. And it comes back to the GM because if we win those games, nobody really cares because we're still winning. We still got those same players that all the fans love. But when, you know, he starts trading people away, you start releasing people just to save that money, that's when the fan base stops believing. And I feel like that's what Mickey Loomis has tried to keep in New Orleans. He wants everybody to keep believing, but it doesn't really work out in his
But
favor.
are they going to have the money to retain Olave and Shaheed, who are both coming into a contract year?
If I am the New Orleans Saints, we're trying to figure out whether or not Spencer Rattler is our guy.
Okay.
It might take us a few more games. It might take us 5 more games. He might get benched. Who knows? If he survives the season, and say we win 4 games, 5 games, just say,
Okay.
I am keeping both of those receivers.
Do they have the money to do it?
Yes, if Mickey Loomis finally does what everybody wants him to do. Release Cam. Get rid of DeMario Davis.
Do they still have more actual money on their deals?
There's
If it's
money
dead
on the
money,
table.
it's not gonna-
There's still money on the table.
Okay.
Just not as, you know, not game changing.
Right.
But still, it's what every Saints
Because
fan
Olave
is waiting
is
on.
a top 10 receiver,
Top 10 to 15.
top 10, 15. Shaheed is top 20, 25.
Yeah.
They're both going to want some. Olave is going to want $25, $30 million a year.
Yeah.
Shaheed, $15, $20 million a year. You have $50 million a year extra laying around.
I mean, the way that we have been, we reconstruct a lot of contracts.
Which is my point, and not to interrupt you,
No,
but
sure.
that's my point in
Yeah.
that I can see them being gone because how are they going to pay them?
Well, that's what I was trying to get at. If they do what every Saints fan wants Mickey Loomis to do, then they're going to free up money and they will sign it.
Okay.
I'm not saying it's the smartest choice because it's probably going to break us a little bit. But then we become a shootout team. Then you can draft a receiver on top of it, or you can go get a number 1 corner, or you can go do these things that still game change.
Yeah.
It doesn't game change like right now, but it still can change the game for a little bit of time. And if they go ahead and do that, I feel like that is a smart route. You got a fast receiver, you got a route runner that can kind of make plays, and you got a young quarterback in Spencer Rattler. If all 3 of those guys figure it out, they could go another 10, 12.
Yeah.
But if they get rid of it all now, it's complete rebuild.
I'm not saying they're going to get rid of it. I'm just saying I didn't know how they were going to afford it.
I mean,
Because their cap situation has been year after year. Their GM is, like you said, a magician. How does he figure out how to get rid of all this dead cap every year?
does he? Does he though? Like, is he just
He keeps
waiting?
them, he keeps
and
them under the
waiting?
salary cap every year.
Barely. But like I was telling you, reconstruction.
That's why I was
reconstruction.
saying Olave is going to want $30 million. Can the Saints give him that? And can they give him that? But the Chiefs will give him 25, and he can come and possibly contend for in his prime. Contend. I'm not saying the Chiefs are going to get him.
Right.
I'm just saying what's keeping him.
And this is one thing I would like to say. That's one reason I really love the Saints is because they grow on you. It's not the best city in the world, and it's not the best scenery, and all
Pretty
this
awesome
stuff.
city.
It is cool.
Yeah.
But for a lot of people, they don't. That's not their stilo. They don't like that.
Yeah.
Alvin Kamara and Chris Olave seem dedicated. That doesn't always mean they are, but they seem dedicated. Like they want to stay in the city. They want to retire a Saint. that brings me back to the whole re-signing
And
thing.
that's great too.
I don't know about Shaheed.
I wish more players were like that. That's
Yeah.
great. Max Crosby, he's probably going to retire a Raider.
Yes.
He's a
unless-
Hall of Fame player that's risking a Hall of Fame induction by playing for the Raiders because they're never going to be good.
Unless there's some team out there
But
that says we'll give you 3. And
he
they say
doesn't
we'll give you
want to
3.
be traded.
But here's the thing about that: it doesn't matter if another team wants him.
But
gone.
he has a non-trade clause. He has to approve of being traded.
I mean, true, and depending where he goes, he might not want to go there. He might not
Right.
want to go there. Yeah,
He wants to be a Raider.
that's cool.
Now the Raiders can get a boatload for him. They might want to see if it'll help. That's what I was going to ask you about your Saints. What do you think would help the Saints as far as taking the next step, getting better?
That
What do they need?
I mean, look, I can sit here and say DeMario Davis has still got all these years on him. He really doesn't. I think he's still playing at a decent level.
Uh-huh.
I think Cam, he just loves being a Saint. I think he just needs to eventually hang it up. It's going to clear out room for younger guys. I think that we just need to figure out who needs to go and who needs to stay. And when we figure that part out, that's when the money comes back. That's when the money starts to come
Right.
back. You got to figure out, you get all these attachments to these players.
Right.
Oh, I've been the general manager of this team, and I've known him for 16 years. Are you really gonna just release him? That's the problem that we're facing right now. Is
Yeah.
relationships and longevity, and honestly, still playing well. Cam, I don't think he's playing as well as DeMario, but so far this year he's got a few sacks, and he's still showing that he's not completely out of it.
Mhm.
But if I was Cam, I'd probably hang it up just to save the Saints some money.
Yeah.
Give us a better chance to getting back to where we need to be.
As a team, though, what do you think needs to be improved on to start being a consistent winner?
That's what I was saying.
Like skill group wise. Are you saying Cam Hayward needs to be the
Cam Jordan?
Cam Jordan. Are you saying he needs to be replaced in order
I think
to be a consistent winner?
I'm not trying to say like, oh, he's a bad player, he's just horrible. Like,
No.
I feel like if we put a younger guy, a faster guy, a more hungry guy ready to
Okay.
prove himself in where Cam is at.
Uh-huh.
And Cam maybe could just be a coach on the side, hey man, do this, do that.
Okay.
And help those young guys. Because he knows what to do. He was dominant for years. It's just when you start to slow down a little bit, you just want to hang on. But
He's still got
sometimes
that
you shouldn't.
experience, which can make younger players
Yes.
awesome.
And say you get, you already got Granderson. You already got Brazil.
Yeah.
You already are starting to build that D-line core. Now you just need to build a little depth. You need to get some other guys in there to
And
fill
you got
spots.
Chase Young, who I've given you flack about. I'm like, why would I want
Still a
Chase
young guy. Still a young
Hey,
guy.
he's still young, and he has actually been looking good. I would say he's looked better with the Saints than any other team he's played.
Probably so far since he's been back. But I think he's had more of a dominant stretch with Washington. But
I would disagree.
he had, what, 8 sacks with Washington? He's never done that with us.
I think disruption-wise, Max Crosby-wise, Max Crosby doesn't blow up the numbers,
Yeah.
but he blows up the game.
Yeah, for sure.
He even if he's not part of the tackle or
It
part
could
of
be
the
a batted
sack,
ball.
he's making everybody on that
Yeah.
on the offensive side of the balls miserable.
For sure.
That's what
That-
Chase I've noticed when I've watched Chase, the little I've watched him. That's what I've noticed.
For sure. No, I mean, so far since he has returned, he's always been a speedy guy.
Yeah.
But he's been based off more of how can I power this guy out of the way. I think he needs to just focus on, like you said, disruption.
Yeah.
Stop trying to get the sack. Oh, I just missed.
Yeah.
Put your hands up.
Just
Make a
do
play.
what you can do to screw
You
up the
know?
other team's plan.
And there you go. Thank you for
Yeah.
helping the situation because now it just shows you right here, potentially we have 3 young defensive linemen.
Mm-hmm.
Build on that. Hey, putting that number 4 where Cam's at, a young, hungry talent. Now you got a whole line. Now you just build depth. Maybe go for a number 1 corner. Try for a top guy. And then build off that. But here's the problem that the Saints are still on a thing where they're waiting. How good is Spencer going to be? Are we going to have to get a quarterback, or are we going to have to go get a great defensive player, running back? What are we doing? And we're still not there yet to figure out what we're actually going to do, but we're on pace for that. So I think we got a chance to figure it out here soon.
in the time I've watched him, he's going to be good. I don't know if he'll ever be great, but Spencer Rattler, he's going to be good. He had a bad game last week.
Yeah, for sure.
But he has been consistently pretty decent the whole season up to last
Yeah,
week.
absolutely.
So, hopefully he can keep improving and getting a little bit better as the weeks go on. It's just if he loses both those guys,
Yeah.
which the trade deadline is coming fast.
Yeah, for sure. It'll just happen like this. You'll see this guy
Yeah.
get traded, you won't even look back.
That was my point. He looks good now, but he's got Chris Olave and Shaheed.
Yeah.
If he doesn't, I know you got Jennings or
Delay from Denver.
Johnson. Is it Johnson?
Jawan Johnson.
Juwan Johnson.
Still got Taysom.
Yeah, Taysom. I know he's still got guys. Kamara. He's still got guys.
Kendrick Miller's actually low-key
Yeah.
slept on. He's averaging almost 5 yards a carry.
But those are like you lose those guys.
Yeah.
And who knows? At that point.
For sure.
But they could also get some crazy, especially for Olave. They could get some crazy capital back.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe make a difference with the draft.
Yeah, could be.
Get the player that they need because I'm not sure their line's not bad. Kamara's getting older, but he's still a great running back.
Yeah.
Their quarterback has showed he's not the worst quarterback in the league. He's definitely a
In the
good
middle pack.
quarterback.
In the middle pack.
He's a medium. He could get better. He's got room for improvement.
Yeah, for sure.
He's not bad. Their line, like I said, offensive line's still good. Defensive line's good. The Kool-Aid has worked out better than I ever
Still
thought
got
he was
Alontae.
gonna. He's still got a good linebacker, even though I don't know his name. Inside joke with this guy. I don't know where the weakness is, and yet they don't win.
Yes. I know. You
So,
telling me. But to get off the point,
yeah,
I want to hear this C.J. Stroud
yeah,
versus Bryce Young comparison.
yes.
If you've watched, I guarantee you every single one of you right now would be like, don't compare them to.
Yeah.
Wait until you hear this.
I mean, everybody knows CJ had a crazy rookie year. They came out the same year. Bryce was drafted before CJ and went on to have CJ went on to win the rookie of the year and just went crazy, made the playoffs, won a playoff game, and Bryce looked terrible.
Yeah. Yeah.
They
start-
played the same amount, except for barring injuries. I don't know how many each quarterback has missed.
For sure.
But through 17 games since their rookie year,
Since their rookie years.
Bryce has, I believe, what was it? One more win, 8-9. His record is 8-9.
Yeah.
CJ's 7-10.
Yeah. So he's winning more than
He
C.J.
has won
Stroud.
one more game with the Panthers than CJ has won with the loaded Houston Texans.
Yes. In the last 17
One of
games.
the best defenses in the league. Nico, I mean,
The coach ain't bad.
Schultz, the coach is good. Anyway, one more win Bryce Young has than CJ. Passing yards, CJ has about 60.
60.
And this is in a 17 games since their rookie year
Yeah.
they've each played. I believe their touchdown interception ratio is something like Bryce Young 26 touchdowns, 11 interceptions to I'm wanting to say CJ has like 19 and 12. He literally has 7 more touchdowns, 1 less pick,
More efficient. He's holding on to the
more
ball better.
efficient, more productive.
Yeah.
He's scored more touchdowns passing the
For
ball
sure.
than CJ has since his rookie year.
Yeah.
Their completion percentage is about the same, but their QBR, Bryce Young, who is barely a starter in the NFL,
Yes.
has a better QBR by like 3 or 4 points, which is like the difference between a backup and a starter, than CJ Stroud.
When he showed me these numbers, I
The
didn't
guy
believe it.
that won the Rookie of the Year not that long ago.
No.
Bryce Young, quietly, because who watches the Carolina Panthers? They're in this guy's division, so he knows a little bit more about them than other people. But I mean, and Bryce, he's got Chuba Hubbard and Leggett, who I wanted on the Chiefs.
I like Leggett.
Xavier Leggett. I really,
Country boy.
except for over Worthy, I would have rather had him. Apparently, he has been not great,
No, not so
He
far
drops
this
a
season.
lot.
Yeah, he does drop passes.
and he is still throwing more touchdowns and winning more games than CJ
That is
Stroud.
wild. That is a wild thing. So these are the numbers of Bryce Young and CJ Stroud, just in case y'all was kind of like, I don't believe it.
It just tells you how bad CJ's been playing.
Yeah.
Because Bryce Young has not been lighting the world on fire. He's
No.
not good.
And
He's not,
he gets sacked a lot.
yeah,
he
he's
does.
not very good. So, but that's just how bad CJ has been. That was my point.
Yeah, for sure. Well, guys, it's just two guys drinking some good old whiskey
This is good stuff.
and talking some good old football.
Yes, sir.
Guys, if you guys got anything to say, you guys got anything to ask us, like, just anything, hit us up. Let us know what you think.
Yep.
We appreciate all the support. Hey, and that's all here on the Whiskey Blitz.
Yes, sir.
Let's go.